Hey, what's up everybody? Okay, I thought my laptop was dead. Welcome to tonight's call. It's April. So tonight is April 12th. It is Wednesday night, and this is your Team Hear Me Roar official team call that we do every single week, live in this group or on Zoom call, if there's enough, peeps that if you ever want to do a Zoom call where it's more interactive and you can see everyone, like if you want to see your new coaches, just let me know and we can do that, okay? So tonight is a really important topic and I don't want to waste any of your time because I'm going to give you some exact action steps on how to do this. And this is probably going to be the best team call that we've ever had in terms of helping you guys. So, I feel so good right now and energized, and I'm just glad to be here. So, some announcements. We now have 2 new vegan flavors of Shakeology. Hopefully all of you went to Super Saturday. I will be posting the Super Saturday video in this group, and so you can watch it in case you weren't able to go. Make sure that you go to the next one because it just reinvigorates your passion and your life force for why you are on a journey of self-care and bettering yourself and growing and being a part of the company's mission. And sometimes you forget that when you're just chilling behind your computer all the time and just, doing invite after invite. And if you reach a lull in your business where you're not working and you get out of the flow of those 4 vital behaviors, which should be fun and make you feel good about yourself and make you feel happy that you're helping other people and yourself, then those events are even more important because you have to get yourself back into it, back into being a happy, positive person, which isn't always as easy as just having positive thoughts, right? Sometimes we have to put ourselves out there and push our comfort zone a little bit. So I'm going to tag a couple people in here before I get started on the meat and potatoes, so to speak. But, sorry, my head is really itchy because I didn't wash my hair. It's so gross. Okay. So I'm going to tag Erica. And who else do I want to tag? I'm going to tag someone I never tag. Okay. So I'm going to talk about tonight how to invite someone and close the sale. So since I've been a coach, I don't know where my laptop case is, but I will find it. So here's the thing, is I signed up in October of 2013, 14. Hey Sammy. Sorry, hey Sammy. I haven't seen you forever. What's up, girl? I'm so glad you're here. So since I became a coach, we're talking about how to get someone to join your challenge group and how to get someone to join your team. And I'm going to share with you exactly how to do it, the exact formula. And I can't believe I haven't ever showed you guys this before. And there's a lot of new things that I've learned, and so I'm really good at it now. And when I first started doing it, I didn't have a system. And I would just talk to people, and it was just kind of I just never had track of actually getting someone to go through the funnel. So before I tell you exactly how you do it, let me explain to you the goal and what the funnel looks like so you understand the steps that I'm giving you. So here's the funnel. And in any business, whether it's online or whether it's a company that you work for, every company has a funnel, okay? Whether it's the university that you go through or that you study at, they have a funnel for all their prospects and all the people they want to recruit and all the students they want to pay them tuition to, invest $100,000 in going to school there or whatever. Wells Fargo, for example, is a big company. It's a bank, right? they have a funnel for all the potential clients and customers, which is probably like the entire world, because they want everyone to bank with them, right? But they have a specific, they have certain ways to like market to different clientele. And so that is the top of the funnel. And you can see that the funnel gets small at the end. So that is the people that actually trickle through and end up buying or end up becoming a member at Wells Fargo or end up becoming a student enrolled in the university. And as far as how long that person will be a customer or how long that person will be a student, you don't know. But the funnel is, sometimes the funnel gets constipated, where people aren't flowing through and trickling from the very top of the funnel into your actual challenge groups or your team. So my goal today and tonight is to show you how to make sure you don't have a constipated funnel, and to show you exactly what to say to people so they go through the funnel and don't just sit there or, run out. So the top of the funnel is everybody that you know. It's your master list. So if you haven't done this already, and this is good for you to do even if you're a veteran coach like me, is to sit down with a pen and paper and write down every single person you know. I want you to pretend like you're writing a list for who you're going to invite to your wedding. There's studies that have been done that show that every single person knows at least 384 people that they can invite to their wedding, and only 138 on average end up attending a wedding. For normal size weddings, I guess this is just an average. So that goes to show that you do know a lot of people, right? Even if it's like your cousin's sister or does that even make sense? Yeah. Or your mom's preschool teacher's, okay, that doesn't make sense, hairdresser. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know a lot of people, and with social media, we know way more people we are like have access to way more people than back in the day when technology wasn't as advanced. So the funnel is all of those people, right? And so I'm going to teach you how to talk to those people at the very top of the funnel and what to say to get them to make a decision, because the whole goal is that they make a definite yes or no choice in what you expose them to. So the first step is to write your list down. And so when you're writing your list, I want you to put a line in the middle of your list. And on one side should be your chicken list. So at the very top of the page, write chicken. And at the other side, write dirt. Your chicken list is every single person who you would be scared shitless to invite to join your challenge group or to become a coach. They are on your chicken list because you are afraid of what they would think of you. Their rejection and their no holds more weight than a stranger on Facebook. They're maybe better looking than you, is what you think, right? They probably have a bigger social network than you. They have more friends. They're more popular. They're more advanced in their career than you are. They're more of a professional. They make more money than you. From the outside, it appears that they have it together more than you do. So that's what qualifies someone on your chicken list. What also qualifies them is a quality that you know would just kill it, either in the business. So what I'm going to teach you guys tonight is, because my perspective has been changed a lot. I'm reading the book called Get Over Your Damn Self. And the book is a network marketing, it is network marketing based, but it's how to build a business and get over your damn self. So in the book, and what we're just going to focus on tonight is not necessarily challenge groups, not necessarily leading with the products. What I'm going to teach you how to do is how to lead with the transformation. So there's two ends of the spectrum. My favorite thing is pulling from two ends of the spectrum, right? So one end of the spectrum is, in tonight's call, I'm going to show you how to lead with the business opportunity, because I want to build a team based on the business opportunity, and I want you guys to make money, okay? Because if you're making money, you're going to be able to spend more money on yourself, on your fitness. You're going to be more committed to what we're doing here, and you're going to be more invigorated to run challenge groups and take care of yourself and lead with the fitness part. So on one end, it is important from here on out that when you're thinking of people and you're writing your chicken list and your dirt list down, you are thinking about business builders, okay? So here's the thing, is that we cannot assume and we cannot attach labels onto any of these people on the list because we don't know them. The worst thing that you can do is assume in this business. You can't assume that someone wouldn't need this, and you can't assume that they would want to do it. Your only job is to, in a very detached way, a very passionate yet detached from the outcome way, is to expose them. So our job is to just walk enough people through the exposure of what it is we have to offer, and it's up to them if they say yes or no. So as I show you the steps on how to expose someone to the business opportunity, your fallback, if they say no or not right now, is always going to be the products. Yes, while the business opportunity may not be for everybody, our products are for everybody. And that is something you can confidently say once someone says no to the business opportunity is, well, okay, I know the business opportunity isn't for everybody, but our fitness programs and what we have to offer in terms of a healthy lifestyle, anti-aging, age-defying, digestive, repairing, you name it, someone has healed themselves through the health and fitness aspect of what our company does, which is all holistic and freaking amazing in terms of like support and love and the power you receive. That goes without saying. You've already experienced that. So that's one end of the spectrum, is from here on out is you're just gonna lead with the business. But Beachbody would want to make sure that I tell you that that's not what we're all about, because at the end of the day, we are not about the business and selling things and making money. At the end of the day, we're about the change that occurs and the confidence and the self-esteem and the lives that are changed that you can't see from the outside, that a before and after photo cannot show you. And we have to lead with that on our social media. And we have to lead with a business opportunity too. You see what I'm saying? So you got to pull from both ends of the spectrum, because I don't know how other companies are, but our company in particular cannot be known for just making money and just being another multi-level marketing. We have a lot of heart and soul, and that's what makes us stand out. So you have to, I hope that makes sense. It's a blend of both. But you have to be, as far as action goes, you have to be doing the funnel this way if you're serious to start building your business and making money and building other leaders. So here's the steps in what to say to somebody. So I'm going to teach you guys verbatim what to say to people. And obviously you're going to spice it up based on how you know them, maybe since, like, if you haven't talked to them in a while, like what you would say to them. So we have our list, and we are going to work off of a list. So every time you sit down to expose people to this, you're going to look at your list. So I talked to you about the chicken list, and I explained what that was. And Cassie, right now I'm explaining the flow that I was supposed to send you. So this is what you can use. And I will create graphics for this when I have a chance. So on the other side of that is the dirt list. Your dirt list is the people that would literally support you even if you were selling dirt. Your mom, your dad, your sister. Maybe those people are like the ones that say no, right? Because most of the times our family and our closest people are the ones that don't say yes, unfortunately, or don't support us, which is no big deal. That's so common. Like if you guys talk to each other more, that's so common for your family not to support you. And it's like even my grandma, like I just went to visit my grandma and grandpa, and they like, get this, they had like some other product from a different company because my cousin sells it and they like use it and shit. So I don't know about you, but it's like over here I'm trying to sell Shakeology and you can't even buy that, but you can buy the stuff that my cousin is selling, like who's like not even close to you. Fuck. Okay. You see what I'm saying? So don't let that shit piss you off, because it's going to piss you off, but you just have to live with it. So that's your dirt list. You know, I don't really know if I have a dirt list, if I'm being totally honest with you, because I don't know anyone that would buy anything from me just because of they love me so much. Maybe my mom. But then again, she didn't do anything with it. But we have to keep inviting those people, because you never know when it's the right time. And if you listen to the National Wake Up Call, I'm going to go off on a tangent really quickly. is your no's and the hesitation and resistance you get from people is what you build your content on. And I'm going to remind me to talk about the 100 Focus Challenge, which is a new thing that I heard on the National Wake Up Call on Monday. So we'll talk a little bit about how to build your content around the no's that you receive while you're completing a program and sharing what day you're on every day on social media. So you got your chicken list and your dirt list. So when we sit down, we have this big funnel and it's everybody on the list. There's lots of people at it. And so when you reach out to someone, you're going to invite them straight up. You're going to tell them, you know, once they become your friends on Facebook, yes, do your hey girl, thanks so much for accepting my friend request. I hope to add a lot of light and positivity, or whatever you want to say, and add a cool emoji like a pizza slice or a pineapple. Be different. I don't know if like hearts and smiley faces work, because sometimes it makes people feel like you are trying to work them. So keep that in mind on what emojis you use, but definitely use emojis. Second step. I send a message right away, and this is what's changing the game for me. Is right away, I go and I stalk their profile, I look at their photos, I find something that I can like about them, or something I have in common about them, or something that's kind of interesting that they're posting about. And if they're posting about it, they think it's interesting. So I'll send them a message after I send them the hey girl, and I'll say, hey, so I obviously, or hey, I have to be honest, or hey, I totally just spent the last 5 minutes stalking your profile, and I have to ask, how do you like living in Mississippi? I honestly don't know anyone that lives there, and I've always wondered. That's kind of shitty, like that's a bad one. But I guarantee someone will explain or respond to you. And, you know, or the next, and this is to move your funnel along quicker so it's not constipated. And so another thing that you could say is, oh my God, hey, I totally just spent the last 5 minutes stalking you. I noticed that you have a German short-haired pointer. Can you ask me like how you decided on like where you were going to get one, or the process of that, because we're thinking about getting a dog. Okay, so that's the next thing to get the conversation rolling. And then you go into the next step of when you're ready to invite them. And after you talk to them for a little bit with small talk, and you might carry on the conversation, and by throwing in something like explaining what you're doing. Hey Jen, what's up? So after you ask them a question and you thank them for them getting back to you, you can say, well, I gotta go. I'm helping my challengers get started for the prep week, and I have to send them all out their meal plans before tomorrow. But it was so nice chatting to you. I really appreciate it. And then they'll respond and say something back. And then what you say next, I don't know what step we're on. This is all part of the forming process, which should be pretty quick. And you don't have to form every single person, but this is how you would do it if you were going to try to do it quickly. And so then you would say, before I go, I just have to ask, you know, I can tell that you're like super positive, and I don't know if you're, you know, if you're looking for to find an identity outside of maybe what it is you currently do, or if you're wanting to escape the rat race of the corporate world, or, you know, I know a lot of, be like, hey, I know this is totally random, but I wanted to ask you before I sign off. I know a woman who was a teacher. So here's the next step. This is very important. This is a solid step. I know I've been rambling. This is one of the steps. Is you relate to them by saying that you know someone who does exactly what they do, who has started doing what you do, and is really successful with it, and has been able to escape the corporate rat race. So that's just an example. But the formula, and I'll give you guys graphics for this, but the formula of it is you have to scroll and scan their newsfeed to find their pain point. So you have to walk them down their pain path. So I'll give you an example of there's a difference between someone's pain and what someone would benefit from this opportunity. So for example, or not necessarily, okay, so like for where they're at right now. So you have to meet them with where they're at right now And the way that you invite them is you have to set an appointment, and that's what we're going to talk about next. But you have to initially, when you invite them, you have to connect with their pain point and talk, and then talk it back to how what you have to offer or to expose to them is the solution. So, for example, you're a stay-at-home mom, and here is the pain part of being a stay-at-home mom. This is just an example. Like, not everyone who's a stay-at-home mom may feel this way, but this might be someone that you like notice on social media. So the pain part of that is that they don't make their own income. And the other part of that is that they kind of feel like they might have lost their identity outside of being a wife or a mom. So the plus to that is that they have the ability to be a hands-on mom right now and be present for their children while they're raising their children. So you have to make sure that you connect to the pain part of that. And you want to do this in a very like gentle way, like you don't want to piss anybody off. And so that's why when you do it is you talk about somebody else that you know. So you just say, hey, I don't know if this would be for you or not. And I'm going to give you guys scripts in the comments below after this. I don't know if this would be for you or not, but I know a stay-at-home mom who's been able to build her own income, find an identity and connection outside of being a stay-at-home mom and wife while still being able to be present for her children. And she's been able to build a really successful business. I don't know if this is for you or not, but I would love to set up a time to chat about it to see if it would be, or to see if it would be. End it at that. Then you go, would 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time work for you tomorrow, or 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time work for you tomorrow? Which one could you do? So that is the next step. That is a solidified step, is you do the whole. So here's the thing, is this is going to make you like, it's going to like save your life, because no more feeling crazy, feeling like people are being wishy-washy. You are going to drive the entire conversation. And if people don't respond to you, they are going to be watching what you're doing on social media, and you're going to be making posts that are directly related to someone like them, like like sharing a success story of a teacher who made this business work. So what we're going to be doing, so we're just going to be moving really quickly through people and by moving through the funnel. And obviously, like, you want to keep up that relationship if you can, by taking time once in a while to go like their stuff and whatever. But no more like trying to figure out how to hit Success Club. You know what I mean? Because I hit Success Club every month, but you guys, I can identify with not hitting it. Because I know what it feels like to feel like you're talking to all these people and it just nothing is like connecting and they're not moving through that funnel. So this is going to be the way for you to control the conversation, to set an appointment so you know when you are going to have that next point of contact with them. So here's a rule, and you can write this down. Never end a conversation without talking to someone about them being your customer. Or sharing the business opportunity. Never end a conversation without talking to someone, planting a seed about them being your customer. Because even if they don't respond, they will watch. The seed has been planted. Secondly, never leave a conversation where you've already talked about the opportunity or your challenge group without setting up another point of contact. So you are now going to be making appointments. And that is how you're going to know when you're going to talk to them next. So you say, Sharon, does 5 p.m. or 9 a.m. tomorrow, which one works better for you? So you give them 2 time slots that work for you. I usually do 1 in the morning I can do, and 1 in the afternoon in case they're at work. And you say, which one can you do? And if they can't do either, then give them 2 more options. So now you are going to be living your life from appointment to appointment. And and during those conversations, that phone call that you have is going to be the entire step. And I'm going to teach you what to say on the conversation. So at the end of it, you either know that they're going to buy right then and there on the phone with you. This was actually how someone signed me up as a coach, you guys. So I know this works. And that person is in the top 200 at Beachbody right now. This is way back when I was 19, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And so this works, right? This is what successful people do. This is a book that I read from a network marketer, and she built her business to millions. Not saying you have to want to be a millionaire, but you know, you want to be able to buy a house for your family or whatever it is. Like, that should keep you fucking hungry and knowing that this will do it. Living from appointment to appointment. So I'm going to teach you what to say on that, but your goal is to just book those appointments. Because like, yeah, if someone is ready in their life, what this is going to do is it's going to let you know who is ready to talk about buying, talking about joining a group or talking about the opportunity, because you just asked them, you told them what it was, you told them that you know someone who's been successful that has done it, and your only job is not to convince them. We are not in a business to convince anybody, but your job on that phone call is you're just going to expose. And what you're going to do on that phone call, I'm going to tell you right now. You're going to get to know them. So in the comments below, I'm going to leave a series of questions. It's like 5 questions. And I can't remember them off the top of my head because I read this in a book. But one of those questions is, what? I can't remember. Let me get it real quick. Here, stay right there. Okay. So, it's so good, you guys. I know I don't need to do this right now. Oh, this is my favorite chapter. If you guys aren't reading this, like, it's so good. Pain, no pain. Yeah, you guys just have to read this. But if you're lazy, none of you are lazy here. Okay. So, this is the information that you should gather before your phone call or whatever, during the phone call. During the phone call. So you want to know their name. You want to know, so during the call, you can be like, so tell me about like what city you live in or province or country. And then you want to write down for yourself, for your notes, how you know her. If you have a past with her, or maybe she's some chick on Facebook. What does she currently do professionally or in her past? This is something that you want to ask or write down so you are looking at it during this conversation you're going to have. Why you think she would be good at this business? So during the conversation, you're going to ask her, one of the things you'll ask is why you think she would be good at this business. And then you're going to ask her, what is attracting her to this business? Why did she want more information? Ask her if she's driven or hardworking. Ask her what other strengths she has aside from those 2 things. Ask her what concerns or objections has she already raised. So maybe before the phone conversation, she brings up money or she brings up time. So you want to have those objections written down so you're ready. So here's the flow of the call. An introduction. So you're going to be like, hey, I just want to thank you so much for jumping on. I really appreciate it. I'm super excited to get to know you better and see if this is something that would work for you. Just be chill. Like, just say whatever you want. I just made that up. And then what I'm going to have you guys do is you're going to be doing 3-way calls with me. So Cassie, Jen, Sammy, your job is to book these appointments and collaborate with me if that time works for me. And you're going to tell them that what time works for you, me and my girlfriend, or me and my business partner. Call me your business partner, not your boss. Please don't call me that. Me and my business partner would love to give you more information to see if if you'd be a good fit for our team. Does 9 a.m. tomorrow work or 5 p.m. tomorrow work? Which one? So you and I are going to do a little bit more work before we start these three-way conversations, so it's not awkward, obviously. But yeah, so you'll like introduce her to me, and then I will lead the entire call. And then after that, you know, I'm going to ask her things like, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your level of readiness to join us? And then they can be like, I think probably a 2. So obviously, and then at that point you say, well, it doesn't seem like this is something that would be a good fit for you. Who do you know that we could talk to? That is, you know, I really like teachers because they're so open and they're so coachable. Do you have any other teacher friends? So what you do is you ask for a referral, and you specifically ask for someone who does exactly what they do. What that does is that plants the seed again that they could do this. So we'll practice a little bit more on how to do the 3 ways. It's so good. I'm excited to do these. And so, believe in the 3-way, crave the 3-way, master the 3-way. That's what this chapter is about. So yeah, and then I'll do the rest as far as like asking their level of readiness, and then I will walk them through how to sign up under you. So I am basically offering to show you and let you listen to what the flow looks like so that you all can hit Success Club. Like no more like constipated like funnel. You bring me the appointments and we will close them. And if not, then we'll get a no and we'll learn how to talk to people better, or we'll get a referral from them, or they'll sign up in 3 months or 6 months or a year. So I'm super excited about this. I hope this makes sense. Before I go, I want to talk about the 100 challenge. So the 100 focus is basically you picking a program, if you're not already doing a program, and I suck at this sometimes. Like I remember it and then I forget. So like for example, I'm on day 1 of Insanity Max 30 and Hammer and Chisel doubles. So every day showing a 10-minute my favorite move from those workouts and posting that. And in it talking about an objection or a resistance someone I had to it. So hopefully that makes sense as far as what, like you guys should be doing that anyway, but if you're just tuning in and you're like excited about this, you're excited about the 3 ways, excited about hitting Success Club, excited about making money and building a business, then one of the things you have to recommit to is what program you're going to do, and commit to sharing like, hey everyone, I'm on day 1. It was really hard, and like sharing what program you did and your 10-second move. So that's something that has to work in conjunction with it because your Facebook has to match what we're going to be doing behind the scenes with these appointments. So yeah, I hope this was impactful to you. When I have some time, I will write the scripts in the bottom and the flow in the bottom. But essentially, we're just going to be booking 3-way calls, and I'm going to be doing it too with my business because it makes it so much easier because you know like who you're setting yourself up to talk, and you know during that conversation that you're going to get a yes or no. So it basically just ensures that you're talking to enough people because you can see the appointments that you have. Does that help? So I hope this helps wrap everything up and put things in big picture, because I know a lot of you are going for Emerald and this will be your first month hitting Success Club. So this is your opportunity. I want to remind you that I have a business to build and I have to work just as hard to build mine, so I can't do it for you. So you have to be hungry and want it, because if you don't decide that hitting Success Club and doing this and figuring it out no matter what it takes is what you want, then it's not going to happen. So you have to show up and do more than you think you need to do and be 1% better than you were yesterday every single day, and go for that, your first big win. So your first big win is hitting Success Club this month, you guys. We have, 18 days left in the month? I don't know. I can't really count. 18 days left. So 18 days left in the month. So you have to decide if this is your month, if today you are going to do the 4 vital behaviors every day and do more than that, and book appointments for every day the rest of these 18 days and for the next 18 days, share day 1 through 18 of your workout program and commit to sharing that and the 10-second move from your program for the next 18 days. So that is my challenge to you, and I will be doing it alongside with you, and with that, we will all definitely hit Success Club. There's no way that you can't hit it when you do these things, and that was one thing that really changed my mindset when I started going all in and deciding I wanted to pay for my Shakeology and I wanted to be Emerald and really have a business, is I was willing to do, whatever. I was willing to do whatever it took, and I realized that Success Club is a decision. Like, I can decide that I'm going to try to hit it, or that I'm not really going to try, or I can say I'm hitting Success Club this month, and that's that. So it really is a decision. And when I realized that I was literally deciding to either not be successful and not get my Shakeology covered and not like make more money, or I was going to decide not to, like, it just seems so stupid to me that I wouldn't pick to like do it. And that's how easy it is. So if you get out of your way and don't overthink anything, it really is that easy. So it's going to be bumpy along the way, because that's what being an entrepreneur is about. It's a freaking roller coaster. And you just have to be, still remember why you're doing it and be hungry, and you'll be willing to ride through that roller coaster and know that like you can always come back. You can always have a comeback. And that's what's so great, is that about reinventing yourself and rebranding yourself, no matter like what life changes you go through, is that the comeback gets sweeter every single time, and your turnaround time gets way quicker. So you just get better if you commit to that in this. So I hope you guys have a good night, and thanks for watching. And when I have a sec, I will post all the stuff we talked about below.